Imagine living in a world where your words would still be read, quoted, and celebrated more than 400 years after your death. That is the story of William Shakespeare, often called the greatest writer in the English language. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in a small town called Stratford-upon-Avon, England. His father was a successful businessman, and his mother came from a respected farming family. As a young boy, Shakespeare likely attended a local grammar school, where he learned Latin, literature, and classical stories that would later inspire his writing. At the age of 18, he married Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years older than him. Together, they had 3 children. But shortly after, Shakespeare seemed to disappear from historical records for several years. Historians call this period the lost years, because nobody knows exactly what he did. By the early 1590s, Shakespeare had arrived in London. There he began working as an actor and playwright. London's theaters were thriving, and Shakespeare quickly gained attention for his extraordinary talent. He joined a famous acting company known as the Lord Chamberlain's Men, which later became the King's Men under King James I. Over the next 2 decades, Shakespeare wrote around 39 plays, 154 sonnets, and several long poems. His works explored every aspect of human life: love, ambition, jealousy, betrayal, power, and forgiveness. His greatest tragedies include Hamlet, the story of a prince seeking revenge; Macbeth, a tale of ambition and guilt; Othello, a story of jealousy and deception; and Romeo and Juliet, perhaps the world's most famous love story. But Shakespeare wasn't only a master of tragedy. He also wrote beloved comedies such as A Midsummer Night's Dream, Twelfth Night, and Much Ado About Nothing, which continue to entertain audiences today. As his fame grew, Shakespeare became wealthy and purchased one of the largest houses in Stratford. Unlike many artists whose work was only appreciated after death, Shakespeare achieved success during his own lifetime. In his later years, he returned to Stratford and spent more time with his family. On April 23, 1616, at the age of 52, William Shakespeare died. Yet his influence did not die with him. His friends later collected many of his plays into a book known as the First Folio, preserving his work for future generations. Without this effort, some of his greatest masterpieces might have been lost forever. Today, Shakespeare's plays are performed in almost every country in the world. His stories have inspired countless books, films, songs, and works of art. Many common English phrases we use today were first written by him. More than 4 centuries later, William Shakespeare remains a symbol of creativity, imagination, and the timeless power of storytelling. His life began in a small English town, but his words traveled across centuries and continents, proving that great stories never truly die.